Hi guys, welcome back to Creation Labs Soapery channel. Today we're going to be making one of our fall soaps. We're going to be doing what is a kind of a spicy orange soap. We will be working with some cinnamon, and I'll show you the embeds. We're going to be putting dried orange embeds onto the top of the soap and a little cinnamon stick. Now I cut the cinnamon sticks down so that they'll just stick out a little bit, but it won't go all the way through the soap, and people can pull them out to use them, so it's up to them. We're also going to be mixing in some cinnamon. But first we're going to start with our oils, which is the same oils that we've used before. We're going to be adding our lye water solution. This is going to be a 40-ounce recipe. So I'm going to pour those into here. It's all at room temperature. They've been cooled down. Lye water was actually made yesterday. And so I'm going to blend it up. I'm going to do a very light trace because I want to, hopefully with all the fragrance oil and the soap colorants, that we will be able to do a swirl. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so I can see a little light trace where I can see a little where the lines went, and I'll set this aside. And I forgot to introduce myself, just so you know that we have two creators with the Creation Lab. I am Kim, and this is my daughter, Melanie.
Hola.
And she, no matter how much we've prepared, she remembered something we forgot. I forgot to get a spatula. That would help. So what I'm going to do is my main color is going to be orange. I'm going to keep the orange into this, and I'm going to do a little bit of a red, and I'll show you those colors in a minute. So the red isn't going to be the main color. It's just going to be a little extra add to it. So not very much. I'm going to set this to the side. So I chose to do a really bright orange. This is Mango Tango by Nurture Soaps. And I've mixed that up right here with my oils. I just took a little oils up and mixed that so that it was all blended together. And then for my red, I'm doing a red Vibrance because that one's a deeper red, and I wanted to try and do that. I went with warm colors, and so that's what we've got mixed in. Now I'm going to put a little bit of fragrance oil in here. I noticed that normally I put them all together, but I'm going to mix this up and then add it and mix it so that they can stay a little, so you can see. We're going to be using today Orange Clove by Crafter's Choice. Now this one's a very strong fragrance oil, so I'm gonna, a little bit goes a long way. I'm gonna be using probably about 1.5 ounces between the two, so 1 ounce in here and that. It's because of that clove. It's a really strong scent, like cinnamon. You don't want to have it too strong in there, but when I think of fall and Halloween and its traditional witches, it's clove, patchoulis, etc. But it has the orange in it, and so I'm going to be putting a little bit in there and just eyeballing it. And that should be good. And then a teeny bit into here.
Ooh, that smells good.
It's the clove. It's
It's strong.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then into this, I'm just going to get everything in and mix it. I am going to be adding cinnamon, and I'm probably going to put about 1 1/4 teaspoons in there. It's just about to, you'll see like little speckles throughout the orange to kind of add to the spice. And then I'm going to now add in my color. I'm going to take a little bit of the soap and just see if I can get a little bit extra out of it. You don't really need much color in it, so I mean it's more oils than anything. And then I'm gonna take that, and over here I'm just gonna go ahead and add the color into this one too while we're at it. Now that one won't have any cinnamon in it. So we'll see how they turn, you know. Each mica has different, where they look different in soaps. And so I think I've used these colors mostly in a melt and pour base and not in a cold process. So we'll see how they go. So I will start with this one and we'll stick blend it just a little bit until I know that it's all mixed in, including that fragrance.
That cinnamon really changed the color.
It adds the spiciness to it, but basically because your soap has got a white too, it's not going to be, micas are not going to be as bright as they are like with a melt and pour. But this is perfect color. And you know, with soap, like we did a soap the other day, and it looked like it wasn't going to work, and it ended up being perfect because that it morphed back to what we wanted it to. So kind of looks like a pumpkin pie color.
Yeah, that does.
And now we will go and we will mix up this red a little. Okay, and I think that's pretty good. So it's just with fall colors and fall leaves, and reds, oranges, yellows, browns are traditional. Always we're making messes. So this bottom part is going to be pretty simple, but at first I'm going to do an in the pot swirl because it's actually perfect consistency. I'll show you the spoon, it's really liquidy. So I am going to go and pour this in and just swirl this around.
No, the colors turn out pretty good.
They do, and I think they blend. And I'm just going to do a little swirl in here. Just very little. And so that's kind of what we got. And then those colors are going to be blend. I'm pretty sure that the orange will be a lot brighter and more orangey tone when it's done. And I'm just going to pour it in here, and it's just going to be a little harmony of those two colors together. And we're going to fill as much as we can to the top. Let's see if I can get, I'm gonna do a little tiny tap. I don't wanna overdo it. And I'm gonna see, because if we can have a little bit extra, we'll see.
Well, there's not much left.
Not much left at all. Let's see what I can put on though.
Yeah,
Not to waste any soap.
Yeah, for a second I thought we were gonna need sample things.
Whoops. Probably should. That's pretty good there. So what I'm going to do though is I'm just going to kind of move it around so it looks a little smoother. We'll see how it goes.
Now that looks like pumpkin pie. I'm hungry.
It's kind of weird because you make your soaps way ahead for fall. You're doing them in the end of summer, and at fall time you're making your Christmas ones, and so in general, it's kind of a little messy right there. It's kind of weird to be doing pumpkin thoughts and Halloween and such, but it takes 4 weeks on an average, 3 to 4 weeks to cure. And we want to get our soaps so people have plenty of time to buy them, and they're not right before Halloween. Just want to give them more than a month, you know, to be in the store. Okay. So I'm just take my rag and clean up my messes that I always make. It's really, that clove is really strong in this, and so that is the reason why I did less. But with that being that strong of a scent, it's gonna be really good.
So this is actually a Cloud and Bend, and that will be on a soap in the future called Dreamland. But look how pretty that is.
She makes her designs too, and she's came up with some really good ones, and that's it. So the top is going to be pretty simple and pretty easy. I'm going to put an orange into it. I'm going to kind of tilt it at the side. Now these are going to be they're going to just add a little extra touch, a little prettiness to them. The oranges have been dehydrated, and cinnamon sticks. I thought it was really weird myself when I first seen dried oranges and stuff into soaps. But then I got some Lush and they got cranberries and blueberries, and I've seen dried oranges in theirs, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I wanted to do my take. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm keeping them straight down so they don't go, so when I cut that I'm not hitting that at all and being able to go into a straight line. And I'm trying to get the cinnamon sticks and just put them a little bit in there. And I'm using my lines here for where my embeds would cut. If you ever make a mistake and you find that you're a little bit off on them, just use a single bar cutter or a knife. I think there's also a miter box too.
What?
I've never used that.
What is that?
It's basically where it has the little lines and you cut and the lines, it's straight down. It's just a wood or metal box. I spent too much time researching stuff with soap bladed.
Well, I mean, every time I'm like, how can we do this? And you're like, oh, that's how you do it. So you're soap Wikipedia. Because I wanted to make clouds, and then you were instantly, what'd you say they were called?
She was looking at this other soap, and it was like completely different, but she had seen where that the soap on top made it look like clouds, and she's like, how do you do that, you know? And I told her, well, that one is a melt and pour, because you can tell by looking at it that it was a melt and pour soap, that it was whipped. It was a whipped melt and pour soap because of the way that it looked. And I told her you can do it that way with a melt and pour, or you can do it with piping and do the whole thing in a cold process with melt and pour embeds. And she wanted to do cold process soap. So she's got her other little blings and you know, kind of fantasy kind of things that are going to be in there. I think it's more of an every girl's kind of dream.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what to put my take on it, because it has gummy bears and it has clouds and it's rainbow. And I mean, if you know me, that's not my taste. But I wanted to make it, so.
So from here, it looks like everything is lined perfectly. So I would be able to use my multi-bar cutter, but if not, no problem. I'll do the single. Not going to be doing any glitter. Which is odd for me. But it's a real simple soap. There's not like piping and all that, but it looks really pretty and it smells really good. So it's like a spicy orange, and I think this one will actually be called Orange Spice when we put it into the store. So it should be ready in about 3 to 4 weeks. So that would put it about September 15th. Or a little bit before we'll have it be put into the store, so look for that. We will post on our Facebook page the cutting. You get sneak peeks of any soaps we make on our Facebook group. This is the only place. Once in a while we do Instagram too, but mainly most accurate is Facebook, which is Our Creation Lab on Facebook. You'll find this soap and our other soaps and Our Creation Lab in Etsy shop. And again, this one won't be available till September 15th, but we have lots of other wonderful ones that are there now. But like and subscribe. Feel free to comment below. And for now, that will be this one, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.